And to me, getting cut is also mostly a question of vascularity. It has to do with how much body fat you're carrying. So I've always done a lot of cardiovascular work because, but that's also real world effort. I mean, I suppose it's good if you want to pick up heavy objects that have large muscles, but cardiovascular stamina is something that seems to come in handy a lot more often than a large muscle would. You go down to the academy and you try and do a 3-minute round on the Thai pad, I don't care how big your muscles are, if you don't have a real good cardiovascular system, you're going to be dead in about 45 seconds, not still going to be going.
Now, you want to check it when it's coming to?
That's right.
You let it put in. Okay, now Jim, go take a feedback and give me the blood the sucker to take them up. Hang on. Now, you raise the sucker. Now, I'm gonna, you're cutting your house. That's okay.
How's that?
No, I don't do the house. You're still taking a little bit off to your side. Sitting directly. Good. Now don't take it again, but don't try the bottom so much where you can. Try to still face it when you can. Good. Now take a shot when you come. Not yet, not yet.
During this time period, we used to train because we didn't have any Thai pads, so Sifu Bruce advocated the use of using the football forearm guard, and which we don't use this anymore, but this was very prevalent during that time period. This here is the original punching shield that his own personal punching shield, in fact. This was used as in the Way of the Dragon. If you notice this, he had one part, I had one arm, he had the other arm, and this was used in that picture, Way of the Dragon. This was used in Enter the Dragon. This was actually, its original use is actually used for baton training in Japan, and we just modified it, and we used a special helmet, a boxing headgear we had, and we used it, and this became part of our training, some of the training tools that we used, and we used to spar.
Literally on television, they had to shoot it, they had to overcrank and shoot it in slow motion because otherwise it just looked like a special effect when he moved. I mean, the man was fast. He was deadly fast. I've really never encountered anyone in all of my training since who was as fast. You can certainly train for speed. I think that training for speed is, number one, it's a genetic factor. Yeah, certainly. There are some people who are just gifted. They are fast naturally. But I think training for speed, on the whole, is a question of muscle memory. Speed in an individual movement is something that, we're coming down to, thousandths of a second now. If you and I, or even if I and some completely untrained person were to stand side by side facing a focus pad, and when a red light blinked, both flick out a jab, I'd probably win by a couple hundredths of a second. But once you're talking about speed with repetition of movements, to be able to go like that, that's muscle memory. An untrained person would be like, they would falter in their movements because they haven't trained their muscles, or they haven't trained their perception as well to be able to react quickly to a variety of different circumstances.
Martial art is a combative form of the art of expressing the human body. You have to train yourself into it. You better train every part of your body, keeping the continuity going, standing, stretching, everything. You just keep it moving. See, the idea is running water never grows stale. So you got to just keep on flowing.
won't hit back.
To me, at least the way that when I teach it, all type of knowledge ultimately means self-knowledge. So therefore, they are coming in to, and ask me to teach them not so much of how to defend themselves or how to do somebody in. Rather, they want to learn to express themselves through some movement, be it anger, be it determination, or whatsoever. So in other words, what I'm saying, therefore, is that he is paying me to show him in combative form the art of expressing the human body.
Jeet Kun Do is not a style. I cannot teach you, only help you to explore yourself, nothing more.
Here is the natural instinct and here is control. You are to combine the two in harmony. Not if you have one to the extreme, you'll be very unscientific. If you have another to the extreme, you become all of a sudden a mechanical man. Now, James Coburn is a peace-loving man.